Alright, so we're back playing ESO. My guy's now badass. Well, besides the robe, robe or dress or whatever we call it that he's wearing, I'm not a fan. I want some kind of cool looking armor, like a heavy armor looks really cool. And some, like, pants, you know? I don't really like the wearing robes. But besides that, look at that helmet. My god, that looks so... That's someone you look at, oh, okay, I'm not gonna mess around with this guy. Alright, let's see, where are we going? I have all the buffs, everything's good. We are going... Oh yeah, I haven't done that mission, I haven't finished up that mission, so we're gonna do that mission. Well, first I'm gonna pick up the book, do the mission, and get yeah, get the shell from there, and then after that I'm gonna continue this way. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Let me also... Anyways, the last quest was we well, helped the Akawashi people, or the current leader, the Magneta, whatever, how you pronounce her name. So we help her out. She's still the leader. Hopefully I get to see them more because they had a pretty good interest. They had a pretty cool history. They have an interesting background. So there was a lot of stuff with them, the Akawashi people. Okay. There's a lot of lines around here. A lot of lines. Why did that?
We must do something about the water, Silojo. If you would just...
No adept can face the wastes alone, child. This one insists you stay.
I'll talk to him in a bit. Oh yeah, I think they were saying that somebody, ooh, let me pick that up as well. Somebody blocked the water or something with the water stuff, I remember. I remember a little bit, because that quest was a long time ago. I accepted a long time ago. I did like 2 dungeons after that, and a whole another mission storyline that I did it. Where is the book, though? Is that the book? Yes, it is. Nice. Now we can go... Wait, that wasn't the book? I thought that was the book. Oh, there's another book. Okay. How about now? Nope, it says that there's a book here, Little Metro's Darkness. So if it's none of those books... Or am I confused as the book doesn't disappear when you look at it? I think that was the book, right? Ground and guide as well. And you keep pilot introduction. No, the book, this book is called Little Matters of Darkness. Or maybe not, I don't know. That's really weird. Okay, let's just look. Oh, here we go. Little Matter of Darkness, that's right. Alright, so we find the book. Those other 3 books up there as well. Not gonna read them right now. Or probably ever. It's too much to read. If they were connected to the storyline, then maybe.
Vasby cannot understand. Only puddles remain in the Ereptorium cisterns, but still Silojo forbids this one to act. Our Adeptorium, Srendar's cradle, is parched by a drought. We rely on the Anequina aqueduct to supply our water, but something halted the flow. Now adepts and pilgrims go thirsty. We tend to the sick here. Without water, many of them may die. No, and we never will if Silojo gets his way. He yowls about the risks, but Vasby is not the saucer-eyed kitten she was when Silojo found her. This one must fix this. You're a warrior, yes? Would you escort Vasby to investigate the aqueduct? Thank you for helping, Rook. We should investigate the nearest gate of the aqueduct, just south of here. Srendar willing, we will find whatever blocks the water there. Vasby
Oh.
Vasby does not think so.
I
Before
accidentally
the
pressed
water
twice.
reaches Srendar's cradle, it passes Rimen. And for all the city's problems, a drought is not one of them. That means the flow is blocked somewhere between the city and the Adeptorium.
Okay, so the essential of the conversation was it's not blocked by any kind of natural means. Maybe somebody must have done it on purpose. Is that what you're trying to say? I don't know what. Oh my god! I accidentally clicked it twice. Okay, let me
The
see.
Adeptorium itself? I know only that our ancestors built it in the days of 16 kingdoms. Vasby has no ears for ancient history. This one does know that the Adeptorium has always been a place of healing, a refuge for all, no matter how ill. We do what we can, but Vasby fears it is not enough. Many come with seared flesh and blackened lungs, from the flames and smoke, you see. Others come with broken limbs. Most of our palliatives and salves require water, so you see the urgency, yes? About Vasby? Oh, this one's life is not so exciting, but if you insist. Vasby is an initiate and servant of Srendar, a healer in training also. Silujo and the other monks raised this one here in the cradle. Most learn the craft, but not all have the passion for it that this one does. Silujo says it is Vasby's calling. This one thinks he is right. Yes, Vasby's parents had... This was in the time of the flu, you see. Many orphans came to Srendar's cradle in those days. Most of them were not as lucky as Vasby. Silujo cared for this one like a daughter. He still does, as you can see. No, this was not so long ago, Walker. You remember the groans and hacking coughs, yes? The blood? Srendar's cradle's adepts healed as many as they could, but even the strongest tinctures and cleanest bandages fell short in the face of the flu.
That's the flu. There has been a lot of references to it. So one of the early quests I did was the city. They were also under influence of the flu, but I'm not sure if it's the same flu because that had to do with the. Oh no, they brought the flu in
I
and then
found it.
they.
We should examine the gate at the top of the ramp.
Yeah, they brought the flu in
found
into
it.
the.
We should examine the gate at the top of the ramp.
Alright, I got it. You can stop
I
repeating
found
yourself.
it.
Oh my god,
We should
really?
examine the gate at the top of the ramp.
Is she gonna repeat that non-stop until I... Wait, what is this? What happened to my weapons? Why are my weapons invisible? There's some kind of... Something's glitching? It's really weird. My weapons are invisible. Okay. I have to restart the game because this is weird. Is this normal in Skyrim? Let me try to reload that. Settings. There should be a way to... Interface. How about just go to add-ons and reload that way? Add-ons. Reload UI. Would that do it? There we go, it did it. Yeah, for some reason my weapon was disappearing. Okay.
Open and dry, as expected. Hopefully we'll find the blockage. Busby hopes we can find the problem soon. Otherwise we may have to investigate the Bandar span. A portion of the aqueduct that runs through Bandar's litter. A canyon to the east of the Adeptorium. Silujo forbids us to go there, ever since this one was a Jakajit. Vasby does not know. She has, at times, heard whispers from the older adepts. Something about the Nahatan flu. This one asked Silujo outright about the place years ago. He only shook his head and said it was far, far from Srenda's light. Old moon tales. Clan mothers say the stone pillars of the canyon were Banda's children. Elkosh turned them to stone as a reprisal for one of the bandit god's pranks. The trickster hid the pillars in this canyon where they would be warm and safe. Vasby will be right behind you, but be careful, Walker. Silojo can be overprotective, but he would not resort to lies to hold us back. The dangers of the wastes are real, as you know. Truly, I hate to worry him, but Vasby must do this. Follow the line of the aqueduct east. It should lead you straight to the next gate. Vasby will meet you there. Ha! You protect me by clearing the way, Walker. This one wants to take a moment to study this gate, in case we must fix one later. Vasby will be safe. You will stop worrying, yes?
This is never good. Every time I split up so far with character, then end up getting some kind of trouble, and the quest is just I have to go and rescue them again or something. I wish there was a dialogue option that's saying if she can come with me. Don't like to split her up either way. Even if it's saying in real life we were with, it would not be a good thing to split her up. So yeah, it's not smart to split her up in this particular case, especially if Vanya was just a healer. She can't really protect herself, right? I mean, maybe she can, I don't know. Okay, so this is really weird. Oh yeah, I leveled a bunch of stuff yesterday, so I'm like really much stronger than I was before. And a lot more tank here.
Caught you! Vasby is a quick study, yes? Let's examine this. Caught you! Vasby is a quick study, yes? Let's examine this new gate. Caught you! Vasby is a quick study, yes? Let's examine this new gate.
Oh nice, there's iron there.
Try. Zispo. Wait, what is this? Curious. This scrap of cloth. Vasby knows it well. It is part of a Srendar adept's habit. One of the old ones we don't wear anymore. Could an adept have been out here? Vasby does not think anyone wore it. The way it is torn, it looks like someone used it to dress a wound. Do you see the stains? This one smells blood, too. A warning, perhaps. Or a clue. Maybe. Vasby is no investigator. But finding something like this near the gate feels like a sign. We should find the person, if only to make sure they are not badly hurt, yes? We could start by searching around the columns that hold the aqueduct up. Someone gravely injured may have rested in the structure's shadow. No time to waste, Walker. Let's go. Certain. After the worst of the Nahatan flu had passed, Salujo and the others burned every scrap of cloth touched by the illness. Quilts, linens, and yes, even their habits. Nothing remained of them. aside from paintings in the cloisters. It appears that way, yes. Come, whoever this belonged to may need our help.
All right. Wait, where are we going now? It says we have to go that way. Yeah, that way.
Another shred of a habit? The blood seems more spotty. From a sore, maybe. Let's keep looking. The blood trail goes cold, yes? But what is that? A cameo? The face looks... This was not dropped by accident, Walker. There must be more to find.
A thirsty for virtue composed by friend. A thirst for virtue. Oh, virtue. That's what the word. Composed by a friend. Sweets renders cradle. No soups in the leather. No what? Oh, it's like some kind of poem. It's not. Yeah, it's not
This
related
is a
to.
nursery rhyme, isn't it? Like the one Busby read every night as a kitten. Srendar's Mercy. Please hurry, Walker. Swaddlecloth? Busby recognizes that pattern. Come, let's keep looking, come!
I'm coming. I'm coming. Money.
And we find a death coin lost, of course. Something that gleams to take to the sands behind the stars. We should talk. The bloody bandages, the cameo, and swaddlecloth. All these trinkets and mementos lead to a forbidden place. Bandar's litter. Busby has not been totally honest with you, Walker. This one has a very personal stake in this business. The drought. It's because of me. That is why Busby insisted on being the one to investigate. Every year, on this one's birthday, someone leaves a gift outside the cloisters. Gifts like the nursery rhyme, coin, and cameo we found, you see? Days after the aqueduct ran dry, the gift giver left a jug of cold, fresh water outside this one's door. It was a message, you see, for Busby. Now we find these dressings and keepsakes, all leading to Bandar's litter. Our answers are there. Old ghosts haunt this place. Angry spirits that moan and howl curses in the night. Silujo always insisted we stay away. I hate to disobey him, but we have no choice. The last sluice gate and the person we pursue are both inside. Are you prepared?
So I'm confused. It's not really her fault. She didn't really know. Well, I don't know if it's her fault or not. We'll see what happens. Is there a book? It looks like a book. No, that's not. That is a steel farm. Oh, I take so much more damage when I use destruction, even though I kill him faster, but I don't get any kind of healing or anything like that. Because when I'm using my restoration, I don't know what's going on, but my whole game is glitching like crazy right now. My staffs are not working properly. Too lazy to restart it because it took forever to start it up. My pet should be able to kill it fairly easy. Wow, that's taking way too long for my pets. Violent.
Wait! Busby saw someone! Why do they run? We do not mean them any harm.
Wow. We are carrying. Look, there's two beasts following me, and I'm wearing this mask. I would fucking run too if I see someone like that.
There they go. Is that the same one as before?
They look the same to me, so hopefully it is. In this game, apparently, if somebody else pick up, you can't pick up. That's really weird. Somebody else pick up, or
Let's
you can.
split up. We can corner him.
Alright, sure. I don't know what you're gonna do if he pulls a weapon on you.
Who are you? Where is...
She doesn't picking up this mushroom. She's like, oh, I don't need a
Finally,
mushroom.
you have come home at last.
Beloved, what? I don't... We only want to restore the water.
Water? No, no, no. You come for answers, child. Answers from ashes. Take her to our camp at the Bandar Gate. Kill the other and cleanse them in flame. The scouring fire will claim Sarindar's cradle soon enough.
That is interesting. I thought I saw ore. I'm seeing things.
Quickly, over here. Silujo saw everything. We must save Vasby quickly, please. I may not be Vasby's father, but I feel a father's love for her. What parent would let their child wander the Kaj with a stranger? Silujo followed at a distance, but could not stop Vasby in time. The stricken cats took her deeper into the canyon.
The stricken.
The flu. Time heals some wounds and causes others to fester. Sometimes even the greatest healer cannot see all ends. Forgive me. Silujo is an old cat. He rambles. We must go to the Bandar Gate to halt the flames and save my Vasby. There is a cavern deep within the litter. If memory serves, it ascends to the Bandar Gate. We will find the aqueduct blockage and the Vasby there. Come, we must hurry. Silujo will try to make these sick, scarred cats see reason. To cure a sickness, a healer must know the ailment's cause. Old hatreds are not so different. So we lose time discussing this. Have faith that all will proceed as Srendar wishes.
All right. Let's go. Okay, maybe I reset my UI one more time so I'll fix my stuff. When I shoot it, there should be like a line or some kind of a. Right, let's see if that worked or not.
These sick, scarred, you see, we call them the stricken. After the Nahatan flu ravaged their bodies, the people
Nope,
of
didn't
elsewhere
work.
cast them out.
Ooh, that's right, I had new stuff that I can cook. What does this give me? Maximum health? No. Maximum health? No. Not interested in maximum health. Given magic, I would have built more. I feel bad, I keep taking every single ore. I was about to like go back, but she was
They
like
came to
taking too long,
Srendar's
so I was
cradle
like, okay,
once
I'll
for
take it.
healing, but the king's vizier would have put our adeptorium to the torch if he knew we harbored the sick. You should know the reason they hate us. It is my fault. They wish to burn our home because I cast them into Bandar's litter to die.
Wait, did he say he caused their leader to die? Oh, I took a lot of other ones, so it's all cool. He can take a few. He doesn't want to loot any of this stuff though for some reason. Yes, I noticed that a lot of people not looting this. Is this stuff worthless? Should I not loot this stuff? Because I've been looting everything.
Wait, Silujo must speak to you.
Okay, Silujo.
Before we go further, we must speak. The Bandar Gate lies beyond that door. The Stricken's leader as well, Vasby's true father. His love and sorrow has turned to hatred for me. Silujo has no illusions. Death waits for this one through this passage, for the actions of his past.
Wait, do you really believe that?
In the days of the flu, chaos reigned. Many came to Srendar's cradle seeking healing, but fear followed the illness. With so many of the ill huddled in our adeptorium, the people saw it as a breeding ground for more sickness. The Sutabi, the king's vizier, marched on the adeptorium and threatened us with torch and sword. If the sick remained in the cradle, he vowed to burn it to ash. So I ushered the sick and dying here to Bandar's litter and left them to die.
Damn, that's pretty hardcore.
They had no choice. We had no choice. When you tend to the sick for as long as Silu-Jo has, you cannot help but grow detached. Callous, even. If I kept the sick with us, many healthy Khajiit would die. Khajiit, like Vasby. Vasby's parents came to us, carrying her in swaddling clothes. They were both near death, or so I thought. But Vasby, their child, was healthy as the spring. What could this one do? Her parents had no chance, but she did. I took her in, raised her.
Wait, did you take her against their will, or did you well?
Silu-Jo does not fear this death, if it will save Vasby. Before it happens, though, this one must ask. You now know the story of Srendar's cradle, of the sick left to die. When this one is gone, Vasby will have questions. What will you tell her?
Alright, so I don't see anything bad. Well, he left those people behind, but they were sick, right? I mean, what would you do in that kind of situation? When you're like the leader of people, you have to worry about all the people. So, in order to save the people who are not sick, you do have to separate them. It's just logic. But he said he abandoned them. Why not still come back and bring them water and food or help them out? But it sounds like he just throws them in a cave and just runs away. That's what it sounds like. Then that's a douche move. But if it's a pretty complicated story. To be judged for it. You don't deserve to be judged for it. You swore to heal the sick, but instead you left them to die. What you did was murder. I haven't made up my mind. I honestly don't know what to say. This is just like there should be an answer in the middle. You know, there can be like right and wrong. In this particular case, there's a lot of depthness to it. You know, you can't just say wrong or right. That's what the answer is. It doesn't just tell me, because it's not right and it's not wrong. It's in the middle somewhere. It's in between. I haven't made up my mind.
Silu-Jo understands. It can be difficult to know what to do in such a position, but this one cannot say what he did was wrong. As loathsome as it was, as cruel, it was not wrong. I only hope my child will understand. Now come. Vasby waits.
Well, he says he doesn't feel wrong either about doing it, and then he thinks that they're gonna kill him. And he accepted that. I'm confused. He knows, part of him knows that it was wrong, even though he says this shit. I'm not, because by the action that he's been doing, it sounds like he thinks that he did something wrong, even though he says one thing, but he does a completely different thing, right? Or at least that's how it seems to me.
Unharmed, yes?
No. My daughter is no longer yours to corrupt at death.
Damn, he killed the guy before I can talk.
Please, Walker. If there is any way to spare Hulzar, have mercy. Vasby knows he is mad, but to lose two fathers at once. Srendar, help me. This one is so lost. Moons. Why did Silu-Jo come here? He must have known the stricken would kill him. This one only needed saving because she disobeyed Silu-Jo. He came here because of Vasby. He dies because of Vasby. This one knows. Hulza told me about how he and his wife, my mother, came to the cradle with a tiny Vasby in their arms. He described the long march to Bandar's litter and the cold, moonless nights that followed. More suffering on my account. How could it not be Vasby's fault? Had Hulza's wife not carried Vasby in her womb, they never would have come to Srendar's cradle. Had Vasby not sought to restore the water, Silu-Jo would live. Please, just find Hulzar. Vasby must work.
Alright, well, I don't know what to do in this case. I only hear his story. If his story is true, then the guy that killed him, I mean, I don't see the problem with it. You know, I don't, not the problem with him getting killed. I don't see the problem with him thinking that he did something wrong. Like from his point of view, he had now that I had more time of thinking about it, and now that he dies, my perspective is slowly changing. Even though his death doesn't really have anything to do with it, but if you're in a situation where there's a community of people who are sick and they get another sick, you do have to separate them, you know? Like, as a leader, you can't be like, oh, I'm gonna save everyone, because there's a lot of cases where you cannot save everyone. In fact, you always have this hard decision to make, especially in this game. Apparently, it's a hard decision. It's a hard decision. Like every single quest I play has been like just throwing you around, pretty rough. But that's the good part, you know. That's what I like, or to an extent. My question is, how does people survive? Oh wow, this guy is kind of tough. This guy just healed all his health. I'm pretty strong, so he shouldn't be able to kill me. And I'm getting this minor ward. Every time I do heavy attack or the full attack on my staff, I get minor ward, which is really a lot more powerful than I expected. It's like pretty much get you a shield or something. No. The shields come from my staff, right? Grants a 2000 point damage shield for 5 seconds. Yeah, the shield comes from my staff, but there's also this really cool passive I picked up yesterday, which was really broken. Right here, with restoration stuff equipped, you gain major mending for 1.5 seconds. I don't know what that means. Completing a fully charged heavy attack increases your healing down by 16%. You also heal yourself and ally near the target for 15% of damage inflicted by the final hit of a fully charged heavy attack, which is holy crap. Such a cool. Imagine how hard that can scale, right? I think that could be really good ability eventually. Alright, let's go. Well, we kill her. Was that her father, or who was that guy we just killed? I think that was her father, right? What is this? Oh, I mean, this is the second one I find. I don't even know what those are. I mean, they're related to stealing, but why are they in the middle of nowhere and they consider stealing? That's the weird part, you know? Is somebody, maybe some kind of thief guy from a thief guild tried to hide it here so he can pick her up later and I'm stealing from him? Is that how it works? Because I'm pretty confused. Nice, the water's back to working and the town is safe, and well, besides the girl losing her fathers, because I just killed her other father, and her first father committed suicide basically, or at least I think. Let's go back to, oh, I shouldn't have jumped from that high. I'm probably the only guy who's running around, or I see who's running around a regular horse. Everybody else was running around some weird looking creatures and horses that are on fire and just blue fires and just skeleton horses, and I'm the only one who's riding an actual horse in this game. Alright, so we're back and it's there. What's the name of this place? Alright.
You returned. Good. Vasby already loses too much today. Silojo did not... Vasby could not... He is gone. His soul wanders the sands behind the stars now. The other adepts mourn for him as Vasby does, but they do not know the truth of his death or the cost of the water you restored. But you know. Vasby knows, and it may be too much for her to bear. Vasby loved this place. She idolized Silojo and the other healers. She prayed to Srendar for the strength and wisdom to serve as well as those who came before. But Srendar's cradle is a lie. My dream is a lie. What is Vasby to do now? The people of elsewhere think that the adepts of the cradle worked miracles to stave off the flu. Now I see that they only hid the sick in the wilderness to let them die. How can this one just ignore that? How can I dedicate my life to such a place?
That is rough. Well, first thing, let me go back to the original thing. I don't know why her other father decides to kill the guy he literally raised his fucking daughter. I mean, he wasn't able to raise her because she was sick and stuff, you know? And like she's saying, how can they hate the other people? Well, what the fuck else can they do in that situation, right? If they didn't do that, then everybody else would have got sick, you know? If they're gonna go with the mentality that let's save everyone and persevere or some other stuff, then everybody would have died. I do understand that they shouldn't have abandoned them, but they should have split them up and still help them out. But what they did is they just throw them away like trash, you know? So it does make sense if you look from that perspective. So they did the right thing, but they did it in the wrong way. Because they should have split them up, but they should continue helping those people who were sick out as much as they can. Unless they couldn't, in that case, it's a different story. But if they can, you know, bring them water or bring them food or whatever. Stay, your dream of being a healer still means something. History can change that. You're right. Leave. You can't let this place or its feeling define you. Goodbye. I think she should stay, honestly. Because she does wants to be a healer, and when I was talking to her earlier, she was very, very excited, and the way she speaks about healing is that it's her life calling, and just because of some stuff that happened in the past that is not even that important, right? I mean, let me try to see this from a different view. So the people who make those decisions are not all of the people that were there, right? So you can look at it this way as well. So only certain people that make those decisions, right? So when she says this place was built on that, this just only a few people that make decisions, you know? The majority maybe wanted to still help them out or something else. You never know. And it doesn't really matter, it's all in the past. Like, why does that even matter right now? You can always teach them and say that those some of the people have, and we should not do that in the future. But you can't really truly do anything about the past. You can't have a revenge, right? Can you have a revenge? You can teach them and the new generation by saying to never do something like that. That's a kind of a revenge in its own way, I guess. Anyway, she's gonna be staying.
Yes,
Yeah.
this one will stay. But I will not lie about what happened here. Silojo made an impossible choice, but the people deserve to hear the truth. Thank you, Walker. We only just met, but you are the closest thing to family that Vasby has left.
Yeah, I wouldn't even ask her to lie either. You know, she
Brothers,
100% should tell.
Vasby must speak about Silojo's past.
Let's see what the people
Before he
decide.
passed, this one learned the truth of the stricken, of the role we healers played in their suffering. No longer. In Shrendar's name, we must go to Bandar's litter. We must help the stricken, and we must try to heal this age-old wound, for their sake and for ours. Vasby has much to do. At the very least, I must find the names of the 6 guard we left to die in Bandar's litter. If any of their kin remain, they should know what happened here. I always have a moment for you, though. Other than researching this business of the stricken? Well, there are linens to clean and tinctures to make and... Oh, who am I kidding? We all need time to mourn. The loss of Silo Joe. It's like the heart being ripped from the body. I know. Thank you. Afterward, yes. Research and making amends, I think. Many of the stricken remain in Bandar's litter. Busby does not know if supplies and shelter will soothe their anger, but we must try to make them whole again. Busby thanks you, friend, for everything.
Yeah, good luck. Hopefully it's all worked out and those people are not... Oh, they have to choose one. Increase the quality of fine superior. Increase the quality from fine to superior. Oh, they all do the same thing. What's the difference between them? Is it one for like light armor, heavy armor, and... I'll go with the first. I don't know which any of this is, so I'm just gonna choose. We're gonna increase our health. Yeah, increase our health. Okay, what do we have here? Ooh, what is this? Oh, that's the first ability. I thought that was the ultimate ability. I was actually so excited for the reason. The ultimate ability is not till you level 50. Because it was like this, so I was expecting that would be the ultimate ability. Oh man, that would have been nice, yeah. But oh, I did with restoration staffs equipped. You fully charge heavy attacks, restore 50% more magicka. That could be really good too. That's actually really good. Restores. Destruction stuff. No. Let's see for classes. What do we have here? Oh, dude, this update. It's the globe also heal you and your ally. That's pretty cool. The globe also damage enemy inside. I don't really use the globe a lot, not as much as this guy, so if anything, I might increase your heal and stamina recovery. No, Storm Calling, did I increase your damage done against enemy? Oh yeah, this is the one that was really confusing, I couldn't read, but you know, I'm gonna go ahead and see. Increase your damage done against enemy by 1% for every 20 current health, but it doesn't says for Storm only, so this is overall damage, so it's actually not bad, you know. Increase your physical and shock damage. This will apply only to physical and shock damage, you know. So if you have like a fire damage, that's probably not gonna apply to that. So I'm not gonna take that right now. That's way too specific. Weapons. I already went through them. Oh, that's destruction. What's the destruction one does? Fully charge flame stuff, fully charge frost stuff, fully charge. No, not. Light armor. Oh, I'm so close. I'm like this close. I'm gonna get this ability, but I don't know where to equip. That's the problem, because I might get rid of this and just use my staff as a main attack and just have healing and just be a full tank and just use staff as a full damage. And my companion and have three attack. What is this? Clarify pistol. Convert a portion of your magicka into protective, gaining damage and shield. Absorb damage shield. I wonder if this is ability. It is an ability because the square. Unfortunate. Yeah, it's an ability. I wish it was like a passive that would activate by itself. That would be so good. Okay, Gil. Everything else I already know. Marshall. Increases spell resistance by 600. No, I don't need any of that stuff right now. So where are we going now? We are going... Wait, did I already pick up the shard? I guess I picked up the shard somehow. No, public dungeon. Let me actually go and see if I picked up the shard, or am I just... I want to fight you guys. Just want to get to the public dungeon. Ooh, can I jump over this? Let me try if I can jump over this. Hopefully I can. There's gonna be some movie stuff. Oh my god, I actually jumped over. Oh my god. That was some really, really cool shit. I actually jumped over. Alright, so we're gonna go in the dungeon. It's really hard to do dungeon on this low level. I tried doing one earlier and I got completely annihilated. But I want to see if... Public dungeon. I want to see if there is in fact a shard in here. And if it is, I might fight a little bit, see if I can get through. If not, I'm just gonna turn around and leave. Last quest, it wasn't like super amazing or anything. Oh, there is a shard in here, but it's so far. I don't think I can.
Can live with your constant glowing, but not your constant talking.
What sort of Khajiit doesn't want to carry his ancestors' ashes around? Your great-great-great-grandmother spent a lot of gold on this urn, you know.
What's the weapon I got? I did got a new weapon. Absorb magic, healing, and it's damage. Oh, I love this. This is good. This is good. But the other one has a growing damage shield. Ugh, unfortunate. Whatever. I'll unequip. I wish you can reattach. Do I have enchantment? This is damage, deals frost damage. Not for now. I do wanna. I wonder if there's a way to take out the enchantment when you enchant something. I wonder that. If there is, I want to take the enchantment I want to put because the enchantment was so good. Okay, anyway, so let me talk to this guy.
Sisu, the constant nagging and judging and glowing and floating. This is why Saviwa avoids his family at all costs, especially the undead ones.
That's very
My
funny.
shiny ancestor here. We got along fine when he was ashes in an urn, but something stirred his spirit, and now he won't leave me alone. He says Saviwa spends too much time drinking and napping, as if there's something better to spend time on. Saviwa threw a big party. Everyone was having fun until a Jeek bumped the urn and woke my ancestor from the dead. Now, Saviwa needs to get the urn to our family tomb so he can rest. But warring cultists are blocking the way. You will help, yes? Fragrant, gather the urn and take it to our family tomb. Saviwa usually avoids these crypts because of all the stairs and murderous spirits, so he doesn't know exactly which tomb is ours, but he's marked the location on your map. They're fighting over territory around Rimen. These shaveskins are always fighting over something, yes? Screaming, then fighting, then screaming while fighting, then dying, then screaming about someone dying. Too much drama for Saviwa.
This guy looks so chill. Alright, so this is what I'm actually do.
Jorari remembers seeing urns like these on the Bandari peddlers' wagons as a boy. I often wondered what it would be like to be nothing more than ashes in an urn. Jorari was assassinated during one of Elswere's many civil wars. Jorari would not have minded so much if the killer had not been his own brother.
Damn. Those. Alright, so I'm gonna actually kind of starve it, so I'm gonna go and end the episode here. Come back in a little bit, gonna go get some food. But yeah, last quest, he wasn't bad. He wasn't as good as the few other quests. It wasn't as deep either. Okay, so yeah, definitely gonna end the quest here.